Off the Beaten Path. Off the Beaten Path. Brand new country. And we're not talking that top 40 crap either. This is where you can hear great singers and songwriters, and they just don't have the backing when it comes to labels. Guest interviews and everything from pop country to bluegrass and folk to hip hop. This is Off the Beaten Path.
Off the Beaten Path, me, Ben Merritt. Welcome to the month of live music. Whether it be a full live performance such as this evening, morning, afternoon, midday, whenever it is that you listen to the show's episode, with the Lowest Pair, very special guest, and technically kind of a family reunion all in one. I'll explain in just a little bit. Whether it's going to be a full live performance, as I have 3 of those planned for this month, or if I've got a couple of in-studio performances along with some other pre-recorded music as well. But either way, you will hear someone singing live every episode this month of June here on Off the Beaten Path. Getting into it now, the Lowest Pair is a duo. We've got Kendall Winter, which is the family reunion. We talked to her back about a year ago or so, along with her pick-and partner, and I say those words perfectly right there, Palmer T. Lee, and they make up the Lowest Pair. I got the chance to sit down and listen to their show and interview them later on at the Minocqua Brewing Company in Minocqua, Wisconsin, up by where I live. So here you go. Without any further ado, here's an entire hour of some of the greatest banjo playing I've heard in a long time. This is the Lowest Pair on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Well, I wish to the Lord that I never was born or died when I was young, pretty well. I died when I was young. Then I never would have kissed your red ruby lips or heard your lying tongue, pretty well. Heard your lying tongue. I fall on my knees, beg of you, please, won't you come stand by me, pretty well. Come stand by me. You told me one, you told me two, girl, you told me 10,000 lies, pretty well. Told me 10,000 lies. You told me more lies, and there are clouds in the sky. Now you'll never get to heaven when you die, pretty well. Never get to heaven when you die. And I fall on my knees, I beg of you, please, won't you come and stand by me, pretty well. Come and stand by me. And I ain't never coming back, so it's goodbye, little lover, I'm gone, pretty well. Goodbye, little lover, I'm gone. See, there's more than one, yes, there's more than two, but there ain't no other lover like you, pretty well. No other lover like you. So I fall on my knees, I beg of you, please, won't you come stand by me, pretty well. Come stand by me. Come stand by me.
seeking friends. I was headed to the river to wash away my sin. Wash away my sin, boys. Wash away my sin. Headed to the river, wash away my sin. Oh, grackles in the morning, and magpies at sunset. I've been up and down this country, trying to forget, boy, trying to forget. Up and down this country, trying to forget. Carry me back home, boy. Carry me to bed. Carry me to the courthouse. Just try and get me wet. I ain't that kind of girl. I'm sure it's plain to see. I never did choose colors that couldn't get dirty. But you said you would kiss those tears out of my eyes. You said you'd love me far as the crow flies. Oh, your lips are salty, that gaze is deep. I doubt that you would get me too much cows to eat. But I know your story, I know your soul. I know that you did do your last love wrong. Oh, do you know my story? Do you know I'm said any muddy water trying to get clean? Not seeking favors, not seeking friends. I was headed to the river, wash away my sin. Wash away my sin, boy, wash away my sin. Headed to the river, wash away my sin. Thank you.
So there you have it. Just a touch of some of the stuff that you'll be hearing for the rest of the hour. That is the lowest pair. Again, we got a pair of songs pretty much every time between when I talk, so get used to a lot of me. Kendall Winter and Palmer T. Lee. They've been good friends for a long time. As a matter of fact, when I was talking to Miss Kendall Winter, who is from Olympia, Washington, the very first time, she was actually helping Palmer move out of a storage unit. If you want to listen to that, head on back to the archives on OTBP.podcast.com, and you'll be able to hear her tell that delightful little tidbit of a story. So, but again, working across the country with each other has not been too bad of a problem, actually. We'll get into that in the interview later on in the episode with Palmer and Kendall. So, but without more further ado, I don't know why I keep saying that, but it seems to fit for this episode. Here's more of the lowest pair at the Minocqua Brewing Company here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Oh, the lowest pair. We're so happy to be back up in Minocqua. We haven't been here since December. That was our first time. We're going to play a tune off of our first record. This is a true story. This is called Living is Dying. The long title is called Living is Dying, is Living is Dying, is Living is Dying, is Living is Dying. We abbreviated it for the record. cradle of the silver morning, tucking in before his time, living his living his time. Fireflies flickering in the field, boys catching them late and tearing their tails and spreading the glow on the windshield, living his time. Well, death waits around the bend. Some days an enemy, some days a friend. Poor folks just can't wait, showing up early for that day. Oh, sweet love, won't you come with me? We can roll around under the cherry tree. The neighbors kick us off their property, 'cause living is living, living is dying. My hometown, another pipe dream, nightmare oil running to the stream, and that money's running everything. Living is living, living is dying. A week to live, your week turns gold. How do you watch your daddy grow old? And how do I stay steady trying? Living is living and living is dying. Springtime, trim the apple trees. When the fruit falls free. We can fill our baskets with the bounty, 'cause living is living, living is dying. Oh, sweet love, won't you come with me? We can roll around under the cherry tree till the neighbors kick us off their property. 'Cause living is living, living is dying. Living is living, living is dying. Living is living, living is dying. Thank you. All right, I think we're going to try a new song out on y'all. Straw in my left hand, and I'm a sledge in my right. The holes are bored, the foundation is pouring, and I've been setting bricks since dawn. And these bonds would hold will be on my life, steady straight as a razor. And the cornerstones, they are proudly shown against the grace of my hammer. As soon as I get my new house done, I give the old one to my son. Though I can bear to see it standing lonesome there, and I may just lightly raise it to the ground. See, I was Mason's trowel in my left hand, and I'm a sledge in my right. Holes are bored, the foundation is pouring, and I've been sitting bricks since dawn.
never have I managed in my whole life. Build a thing, to build it right without turning around, just tearing it down. But not today, see, I built on the high ground. Oh, but I'm a mason's trowel in my left hand, and I'm a sledge in my right. Holes are bored, the foundation is poured, and I've been setting bricks since dawn. Holes are bored, the foundation is poured, and I've been setting bricks since dawn.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Again, the Lowest Pairs, our very special hour-long guest on this episode, the very wonderful Kendall Winter, who has been a past guest here on the show, as well as Palmer T. Lee, now her duet partner. Again, some spectacular stuff from the Minocqua Brewing Company. About a month ago is when I got the opportunity to, go in and record and be there for the experience. So the interview coming up in just a little bit. Again, make sure that you check them out on Facebook. Just search for The Lowest Pair. That's P-A-I-R, not P-E-A-R. They're not fruits. They are a pair of banjo players. So they're going to make a delightful joke later on in the show about it. So, but, make sure that you check them out. They've got some great stuff out there. Going to talk about their brand new album that they just recently recorded, or their most recent album, excuse me. They're working on a new one already. So that's coming up right now here on Off the Beaten Path with our very special guest, the Lowest Pair from the Minocqua Brewing Company.
We just had a really fun series of CD release parties. We got to go up to Duluth, where we just recorded our last album, and we recorded at this place called the Sacred Heart Music Center, which is an old cathedral, an old church. And our album is called the Sacred Heart Sessions, and it has this big church sound. And last weekend we were in Minneapolis, and we did a show at the Cedar, and we had a bunch of friends join us, and including some awesome horseshoes and hand grenade folk. And we also had trombone and trumpet, and it was a pretty incredible day. Dave Sivanette joining us from the band Trampled. Pretty awesome thing. So just imagine trombones and a horn section on this next song.
Double fiddles and a horn section and a bass.
Oh, my Rosie darling, oh, my Rosie bee. Well, I was wrong, I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie darling, oh, my Rosie bee. Well, I was wrong, I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Well, I once had your love, it was pure and good, but I was young, I took it for granted, I misunderstood. If I had your love, well, I tell you what I do. Well, I would kiss those hard-working hands, and I would marry you. Oh, my Rosie darling, oh, my Rosie bee. I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie darling, oh, my Rosie bee. I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't go. Oh, my Rosie, darling, oh, my Rosie, babe, I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie, darling, oh, my Rosie, babe, I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie, darling. Oh, my Rosie, babe. Well, I was wrong. I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie, darling. Oh, my Rosie, babe. I was wrong. I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie, darling. Oh, my Rosie, babe. I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't you come back to me? Oh, my Rosie, darling. Oh, my Rosie, babe. I was wrong, but I learned my lesson. Won't you come back? Won't you come back? Won't you come back to me?
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is the tune Rosie. Yes, that was just one song from the Lowest Pair that is off their latest album, which actually we're going to talk about the whole origins of the song, the great sound of that album, and we're even going to find out how the name, The Lowest Pair, came to be. Again, The Lowest Pair, Kendall Winter, former guest here on the show, paired up with Palmer T. Lee. It's a bi-coastal experiment that they're working on, and, well, I think all results are pointing to the positive direction. So, again, thank you very much for checking out the show all month of June. We will be doing live shows for you. Again, we got live with the Lowest Pair tonight, and coming up later on in the show, I'll tell you exactly who you can expect to hear live in studio with me next week. But first, I got a chance to sit down with Palmer T. and Kendall before the show. And again, it's a very busy hallway, so give us a little bit of credit here. Here is our interview with the Lowest Pair on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. On the road, actually, this is kind of a strange one. I'm in the back hallway of the Minocqua Brewing Company in Minocqua, Wisconsin. I've done some live recordings here before. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades playing later tonight. But a former guest of the show has now found herself a pairing, and it's the Lowest Pair, Kendall Winter and Palmer T. Lee. Yes, Palmer, you're the new one to me. Sorry, man. I'm just getting introduced. So, but Kendall was on the show before. Palmer is here now. And it's great to hear some new music coming out of, well, across the country, basically. How'd you guys meet?
Well, we met at a festival in Winona, Minnesota called the Boats and Bluegrass Music Festival. We met there in 2009. Both of us were playing banjo and bluegrass bands. Mine was called the Blackberry Bushes, and his is called the Boys in the Barrels. And basically, I told him that I liked his melodic style of playing banjo, and I think that he liked that I knew what a melodic style of playing banjo was. And about 4 years later, he gave me a call and said, "What do you think about playing a little melodic style banjo together?"
Is that pretty much how it was? Was it the melodic thing that nailed it?
I guess so. At the time, I wasn't even working on a melodic style. I was really working more on like a Reno style for any banjo dorks out there, but it came across as a melodic Reno style, I guess.
I was drinking.
I feel like that was a sick banjo burn, but I'm not a banjo geek, so. But it is kind of interesting. The Lowest Pair, kind of almost self-deprecating in the title of a band. Am I right?
Oh, we're just trying to keep the standards low, you know. I mean, Mom always said, you know, keep your standards low and you'll always succeed, you know. That's not true.
Keep the bar low and you walk into it.
Yeah, the silver lining's always a little wider when you're not looking at a big cloud, I guess. I don't know.
It's actually a John Hartford poem.
Oh, okay.
From his album Mark Twain.
Okay.
And Palmer can recite it for you.
Do you have time for that?
Oh, I don't know how long the poem is,
Really
but
good. It's worth it.
let's hear it, Palmer.
All right. Well, much further out than inevitable, Halloween's thy game. Sky King is come, and Wilma's done, uncertain as it is uneven. Give us today hors d'oeuvres in bed, as we forgive those who have dressed up against us. And need us not enter inflation, butter, liver, onions, and potatoes. For wine is a shingle, and a more, and a story for your father. All right.
Very cool. Wow. I think that was a little deeper than what my show is normally. So let's bring it back to a little bit of a lighter, a little lighter hearted. It's the lowest pair. We talked about how it was two banjos, dual banjos, not dueling banjos. Yeah, cooperative banjos. There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Compromising.
But as the night goes on, who knows?
Yeah.
A couple of drinks and everybody could. We are at a brewery after all.
I'll pick up a banjo and start playing it.
Duel in no time.
Well, there's 4 banjos up on stage, I think. So.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sure that's legal in Wisconsin. 4 banjos on one stage.
Oh, I'm sure there's been more. We got Adam Lead down from Horseshoes and Hand Grenades just staring at us at the bottom of the stairs. He's like, "Oh yeah, 4. That's a light night. That's a light night." So, but it's very cool. You guys have got 2 albums out now. The very first one was 36 Cents, right?
Yep, our first one, 36 Cents, and our new one is called the Sacred Heart Sessions, and we recorded in Duluth, Minnesota, at a old church called the Sacred Heart Music Center.
Very cool.
And we actually have an old time record out also called "I Reckon I'm Fixin' on Kickin' Round to Pick a Little," Volume 1.
Volume 1, it leaves room for Volume 2 through Endless. Yeah, definitely. But very cool stuff. I listened to the Sacred Heart session on the way up here, and it sounded phenomenal. It was very cool because was the reverb all natural because of the church setting?
Yeah, it's in this. Yeah, it sounds crazy in there. You hear like 5 of yourself singing back at you, and it's pretty enchanting.
Yeah,
it's really fun to sing.
We actually had to pull some of the room mics out of some of the tracks.
Oh, really?
Just so it worked.
Oh.
Like some of the faster tunes, more beat stuff, or anything that we wanted to be a little more intimate, we had to pull those mics out because it's as you heard, it's a pretty epic sound.
Yeah, it's a very big sound, definitely. So kind of like this hallway that we're standing in. We are pre-show, so there's still things being set up and moved around, but it's very cool stuff. Again, the Sacred Heart session kind of reminded me of the project that you and I talked about, the Pantyhose Pop Screen session, a little bit.
Yeah, the Pantyhose Pop Screen. Pantyhose Pop Screen is a way of making a DIY pop screen.
Right.
Like you wrap pantyhose around a hanger and sing into it, so your plosives are not as extreme on the microphone.
Oh yeah, as an audio professional, I use the air quotations there. I know all about it. I'm kind of nervous that there's no windscreen on the recorder that I'm using right now, but
I feel like I have to clarify where the name comes from.
Well, I don't know if you had to, but that's all right. So, but again, it's very cool stuff. The lowest pair. Thank you guys. I'm going to look forward to hearing the show tonight, and hopefully lots of people check it out and check out the music as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely. All right. So here we go. We're going to go into a little bit of the live stuff here from the Minocqua Brewing Company in Minocqua, Wisconsin with the lowest pair on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Well, this is Palmer Teeley over there on that guitar.
Thank you very much.
He wrote this next tune. It's a song about gamblers that brush their teeth twice a day. They have very wonderful dental hygiene.
It's important. It's important.
When you're taking chances, it's not a good idea to do it on your teeth.
That's deep. That's real deep. I never realized this song was so deep.
in a Leech Lake canoe full of rice. And I've been rolling snake eyes, and I've been rolling them all night. Won't you blow your sweet breath on my life? Won't you blow your sweet breath on my life? Gambled coast to coast, thrown more dice, made more cards than most, known the weight of my gold chain, but I've never known the price. But a cryptic gale flows from your lungs, an enchantment written onto your tongue. Won't you blow your sweet breath on my eyes? Won't you blow your sweet breath on my eyes? Love me by night, stone me by day, whisper your words and go away. Well, if that is what you need, then, well, that is what I'll be, ain't no mind. See, I've been rolling snake eyes, and I've been rolling them all night. Won't you blow your sweet breath on my life? Won't you blow your sweet breath on my eyes? Won't you blow your sweet breath on my eyes? Thank you very much.
I don't love you like I did before. I don't love you like I did before.
I don't love you like I did before. I love you more.
I love you more. Well, I told you I would try. Yeah, I told you I would try. I crossed my heart, I looked you in the eyes, and I swore I'd never lie. But I don't love you like I did before. I don't love you like I did before. I don't love you like I did before. I love you more. Love you more.
like I did before. I don't love you like I did before. I love you more. Love you more. I don't love you like I did before. I love you more.
Love you more.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. The Lowest Pair, our very special live hour-long guest here on the episode. Again, we're just kicking off our live music June. I love this idea. I think I'm going to enjoy this. You know what? I might actually try and work something in. You know what? I'm going to come up with an idea before the end of this show, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So hopefully you're enjoying this, because it may not go away anytime soon. Anyway, again, thank you very much to Kendall and Palmer T. Lee for hanging out at the Minocqua Brewing Company, where I got the opportunity to chat with them and record the show. It's not over yet. Don't worry, I'm not wrapping it up. But the next part that you're going to hear is actually some old school Lowest Pair. So not only is it still a fresh pairing, but you're going to hear the oldest of the new stuff. My head's gonna, that hurts a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna let Kendall and Palmer T explain it to you. Go ahead, guys.
We had a request for this tune. This is the first song that we wrote together. We started this project a little less than 2 years ago, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. We've been learning how to write songs together. We've come a long way. I should say this is the first successful song that we've written together.
Right, that would be more accurate.
This is one about the Driftless area where we met up down in Winona, Minnesota.
Minnesota man. I've been torn up. I need a friend. I never need a friend. Well, now the Iron Ranger calls my name, carried by the wind to the driftless plains of the dark-stained waters of Old St. Croix, where I would run when I was a boy, down to the split, down in Old Mill City, where I dreamed so hard that I couldn't sleep at night. So I grew up quick in the year of the fire, and the son was born of the funeral pyre, and the family split for the sake of love. And tears rolled into the flood that rose and rolled and flowed in the driftless banks in the year of the moon. Minnesota man, I've been torn up. I need a friend. I never needed a friend before.
Well, I got cloth for a patchwork guilt. You can bear the weight of the river still, but don't strings get frayed when the autumn leaves weaves unfinished tapestries. In the year of the flood, I went to the banks to watch that river rise.
Minnesota man, I've been torn up. I need a friend. I never needed a friend. Now in the year of the winter when the weather turned, I curled feet like a fiddlehead fern till the wind unfurled my disposition, whispered of the water in the driftless mission, and I headed west with the faith and nothing left to lose. Now the Iron Range calls my name, carried by the wind to the driftless plains of the dark stained waters of old St. Croix, where I run when I was a boy. Now the Iron Range calls my name, carried by the wind to the driftless plains of the dark stained waters of old St. Croix, where I run when I was a boy. Now the Iron Range calls my name, carried by the wind to the driftless plains of the dark stained waters of old St. Croix, where I run when I was a boy. Now the Iron Range calls my name, carried by the wind to the driftless plains of me. Many more.
Thank you.
By the way, this is Miss Kendall Winter all the way from Olympia, Washington, by the way. Up here playing that banjo. Get in line. Kendall Crush Fan Club.
I wrote this tune. I worked at a bakery in Olympia, Washington for a long time called the Blue Heron Bakery, and I have lots of songs about burning my cookies or waiting for the honey to pour in the winter or eating too many cookies. This is a song about the latter. Sugar in my belly. I got too much sugar in my belly, yeah. Too much sugar in my belly. Blackberries turn my juice to jelly. Gonna make it, baby, are you gonna make it? Oh, baby, are you gonna make it? It'll happen in your heart if you don't break it. In a pomegranate seed. Well, why'd you have to go ahead and worry your old mother meter? Now we got the longest winter. Oh, now we got the longest winter. Now we got the longest, but that forbidden fruit is always tempting.
Thank you.
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt. There you go. Well, song about some cookies and sugar and here up in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, you do have to be prepared with some supplies. It's not as bad as back when, like, Frontier days, but I could relate to that song a little bit. So you get snowed in every once in a while. The Lowest Pair is our very special guest. Again, thanks to Minocqua Brewing Company for letting me come on in and record. Details coming up still in just a little bit. Keep your ears open. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. The Lowest Pair, again, Kendall Winter and Palmer T. Lee. Thanks for hanging out with us as well. We're not done yet. Got a couple more tunes for you, as, Kendall's about to say. But keep in mind, I'll give you all their Facebook and Twitter and things like that, how to follow along with their career as they continue to grow and thrive. And if you're in the Midwest, between now and the middle portion of June, you'll be able to catch them pretty easily. So, all the way from Montana, Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Wisconsin, the Blue Ox Music Festival sounds really cool. Make sure that you go try and check that one out, too. A lot of previous guests of the podcast are going to be at that. So, but right now, a couple more tunes from Palmer T. Lee and Kendall Winter, a.k.a. The Lowest Pair, on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
I think I got time for just a couple more tunes. This is a kid's song. This is a song about ethics. It's about why telling the truth isn't always such a good idea. We sang this song in that church I was telling you about earlier. And put it on a record called the Sacred Heart Sessions. They don't call us Lowest Pair for nothing. Tell me what you did. He said to me, don't you know the truth will set you free?
Now, don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell
me what you did. I heard him say, what? And the devil made you act that way.
Now, don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me. Now I'm hog-tied, wishing I lied. Don't like to be shallow, but the truth here won't get you much but a quick trip to the gallows.
Tell you how it happened, don't even understand.
Now, don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me.
I hardly remember in the shadows the light was
now,
dim.
don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me. Now I'm hog-tied, wishing I lied. Don't like to be shallow, but the truth here won't get you much about a quick trip to the gallows. Mary, quite contrary, won't you tell me how does your garden grow?
Don't you know the truth will set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me.
With silver bells and copper shells and pretty maids all in a row.
Don't you know the truth will set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me.
Mary, aren't you wary from burying it all so deep inside?
Don't you know the truth will set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me.
I know swore I would never, but they promised me my life.
Don't you know the truth will set you free? Just tell me, just tell me.
And I'm hog-tied, wishing I lied. Don't like to be shallow, but the truth here won't get you much but a quick trip to the gallows.
Take it back, too late to make it right.
Now, don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell.
But I took the bait, a hook, line, and sunk it. I didn't even taste the bite.
Now, don't you know the truth would set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me that it's too hard to keep on here, but it's too far to go back home.
Don't you know the truth will set you free if you just tell me, if you just tell me.
I don't know it's true, see you can't make it on your own.
Don't you know the truth will set you free? Just tell me, just tell me.
And I'm hog-tied, wishing I lied. Don't like to be shallow, but the truth it won't get you much but a quick trip to the gallows. Hog-tied, wishing I lied. Don't like to be shallow, but the truth it won't get you much but a quick trip to the gallows.
Thank you.
All right, we got just one more for you. Along with the Sacred Heart Sessions, we just put out an old-timey record called I Reckon I'm Fixin' on Kickin' Round to Pick a Little, Volume 1. I reckon I'm fixin' on kicking round to pick a little.
Volume 1.
Volume 1. So we're going to play a good murder ballad off of that record and send you on your evening. We're the Lowest Pair. Thanks so much for coming early. Y'all are in for a treat, but you probably already know that.
Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay down and cool it down. Well, the first time I saw Don Corey, she was standing in the belly of a door. She had a leader in her left hand and her stockings all along the floor. Wake up, Don Corey, tell me what makes you sleep so sound while those revenue officers are coming just to tear your steel house down. Now dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay down, cool it down. Woke up, Don Corey, she said, gonna get me my gun. See, I ain't no lady for a fighting, but I'll die before I run. Well, go away, Don Corey, I'll quit hanging around your bits. Your liquor's ruined my body, and your charm's gone to my head. Now dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay down, cool it down. Well, the last time I saw Don Corey, she had a wine glass in her hand and a 44 in the other, so drunk she could hardly stand. Can't you hear those bluebirds singing? Can't you hear that mournful sound? They're preaching Don Corey's funeral in some lonesome graveyard ground. Now dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay down, cool it down. Now dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, you're gonna lay down, cool it down. Now dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, we're gonna lay darling Corey down.
Thank you all very much for the Lowest Pair. See you soon.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is the Lowest Pair from the Minocqua Brewing Company. That's Palmer T. Lee and Kendall Winter. Kendall was previously on the show as a solo act, but now she's partnered up, and they are the Lowest Pair. Again, spectacular stuff. Thanks for being here and enjoying that with me. Now you must go forth and spread the word. That is Lowest Pair. Again, lots of ways to do that. Find them on Facebook. All you have to do is search The Lowest Pair, and that is P-A-I-R, not the fruit. They are a pair of musicians. Easy enough on Twitter as well, at The Lowest Pair. That's a good, easy one to find them on. Instagram, they put up a lot of pictures, folks, and a lot of really cool ones, too. Looks like Kendall's usually behind the camera, but hey, that doesn't mean Palmer T doesn't know how to shoot one, too. And really fun stuff on their YouTube page. There's about a dozen videos up there from them playing music and, really kind of interesting places, too. They make sure to, wet your whistle every once in a while, shall we say. So, but that's going to do it for the very first episode of Live Music June. Don't hashtag that. I don't think that's a good hashtag. Nobody will catch on with that. So, but again, live music pretty much all month here on Off the Beaten Path. A couple of live performances still to come from the Dead Pigeons and the Dead Horses. Yes, I know, but they're two completely different bands that have two completely different sounds. Also in studio, we'll have Michael Sarver and Katie Hamlin. So very packed month. Live music, either live on location, not in location, live on location or live in the studio. One or the other, no matter what, you will hear a live music, at least a bit of it. So, but again, thank you very much to the Lowest Pair for being the very first guest of the live music month of June, and couldn't have started it out any better way. So, again, thank you to Minocqua Brewing Company, and thank you as well for hanging out with me, Ben Merritt, on Off the Beaten Path.
Do you know a band Ben doesn't? Tell us who you are digging on Facebook.com/OTBP Podcast, Twitter @OTBP Podcast, or email OTBPpodcast@gmail.com.